और कर दूं शुरू कर दूं Good morning. Let's start today's topic. That the first topic is regarding the caste census. This case is relating to Bihar. Okay. Recently, Supreme Court of India refused to entertain petition challenging the Bihar government decision to conduct a caste survey in the state. In the census that we conducted, so Bihar government had decided that they'll conduct a caste survey while conducting the census. The bench of Justice B.R. Gabhai and Vikram Nath recently dismissed the petition to conduct a census as publicly interest litigation on ground of no merit. The bench made a point that the court cannot issue direction on how much reservation should be granted to certain caste and cannot entertain such petitions. Okay, as filed by the petitioners. The court also said that if the prayer is granted, how the state will determine how reservation is to be granted. The petition were filed by NGO Exoj Prayas, Hindu Sena, and an individual, Akhilesh Kumar. Okay, so the government of Bihar, to conduct caste survey while conducting the census, and it was opposed by this NGO called Exoj Prayas, another group called the Hindu Sena, and Akhilesh Kumar, an individual. So something about the census. The first census of India was conducted in 1872 in the British rule of India. So in the pre-independence India, Britishers conducted the first census in the country. Since then, the census has been conducted every 10 years since 1872, with the exception of 1941 due to World War II. Okay, only discontinuation in the census in the year 1941, that is due to the World War II. The census is conducted by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, an office under the Minister of Home Affairs. Okay, so the census, which is initially started as a mere head count, is no more a head count. Okay, so it is, so not many other informations are collected in the census, which are used. Okay, so which is used for the developmental program launched by the government. Okay, that is census. Census is an operation which is conducted by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. So and his own subordinates placed at every state, the census office in the state. Fine. So due to the pandemic, the ongoing pandemic in 2019, which started in 2019, the 2021 census has been delayed, has not yet been started. The 2021 census was to be the first fully digital census of India without using a single piece of paper. Okay, and the mechanism has been built for this, but unfortunately, so due to the pandemic, so they are unable to conduct it. So this is here on we'll see some news regarding the census. The census commissioner is an office under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So Ministry of Home Affairs and the independent office called the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, they conduct the census operation. Okay, the census provides detailed information on the population and demographic of the country, including data and topics such as age, gender, education, occupation, migration, and religion. The census data is used to inform government policies and planning decisions and to identify socioeconomic disparities and underprivileged communities. Okay, so even the disability data is collected to the census. The number of informations are collected in the census, and the census data is used for launching socio-economic development program in the country. Okay, so initially the census which was started as a mere head count, is no more a mere head count. Okay, okay. So uh, this data is right now being used for collecting informations which are used in the socio-economic developmental programs. Okay, this is so it's no more treated as a mere head count. Rather, based on this information, so government entire developmental program is launched. Fine. So all these are purely based on census data. The 1981 census was the first to include a question on mother tongue of the individual. 2001 census was first to include question on disability status of the individual, means type of disability. Earlier, disability data is collected, but in 2001 census, so for the first time, types of disability, what type of disability one is suffering from, each taken into consideration. Okay, in 2001 census. The 2011 census the first to include a question on the transgender population. Okay, because by that time Supreme Court order has recognized the transgenders of third gender. So the detail about the transgenders, okay, were taken into consideration by the 20. Okay, so the 2021 is the first to be conducted completely online with the use of the mobile application. Also, the first to be conducted during a pandemic, but has not yet been started. The census is a constitutional requirement under Article 330 and Article 332 of the Indian Constitution. That is why the office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner has been created. Okay, and so the census data is the only authentic and the only accurate data, because all other. Okay. So the census is a constitutional requirement on Article 330 and Article 332 of the Indian Constitution. Fine. The census is one of the largest administrative exercise in the world, involving millions of enumerators and supervisors. Okay. Because in India, this decadal census, as it is called, is the only actual base data collection. Because all other data are called as the random sample survey. They are collected on random sample, but census is the only operation which is done on accurate. Okay, okay, that is why so lot of informations are collected on census, and that is used for different socio-economic developmental program by the government. Fine. Then caste census in India. Caste census in India is conducted to gather information about the population's caste and tribe demographics. Some important features of the caste census include the census conducted by the government and usually carried out every 10 years. The data collected during the census used to inform government policies and programs related to social welfare and affirmative action. Because the backward class or the who are the caste who are backward, and what are the programs for them, what more can be done for them. Okay, so because exactly knowing the number of persons who are of the lower caste and who are remaining backward. So what more can be done for them can be properly planned. The data collected in the census used to inform government policy and programs related to social welfare and affirmative action. The census includes information on caste and tribe, occupation, literacy and education, and other demographic information. Okay, that is the census data. The last caste census in India was conducted in 2011, the result of which were not made public by the Indian government. Although, along with the last census, okay, the caste census was conducted, but the caste census data was not made public by the government. Okay, it has not yet been made public by the government. Fine. Then advantage of caste census, improve data. A caste census would provide more detailed information on the population and demographics of country, including information on castes and subcastes. Identification of socioeconomic disparities. A caste census should allow for the identification of socioeconomic disparities within the caste, which can help target government program and policy to the most disadvantaged communities. Affirmative action. The census data could be used to inform the implementation of affirmative action policies such as reservation in educational and government job to ensure that underprivileged community have equal access to opportunities. Inclusivity. A caste census should be inclusive of all caste and would provide a detailed representation of the population and better understanding of the population. It would provide a better understanding of the population and could help to identify and address issue related to social inequality, poverty, and marginalization. Improved allocation of resources. The census data could be used to improve the allocation of resources and services to different community and to help identify areas where additional investment is needed. Basis of policy making. The census data would be a reliable source of data for policy making, which could help to identify the needs of different communities and target policies to address them. Challenges of the caste census. Definition of caste. There is no clear consensus on how to define and classify caste, which can lead to confusion and inaccuracy in the census data. Underreporting. Some individuals may choose not to disclose their caste either out of fear of discrimination or to avoid being identified as belonging to the lower caste. Self-identification versus government classification. There may be discrepancies between the how individuals self-identify their caste and how the government classifies them based on their occupation or social status. Because caste is purely based on that occupation. But if someone is doing some particular activity and but his caste is different, then there will be the issue will be like this. So that is why this is the inequality and manipulation of data. There have been concerned that data collected in a caste census may be manipulated to serve political and other interest. Ethical concerns. Critics argue that a caste census reinforces the caste system and can perpetuate social inequalities. Lack of political will. The census is a very expensive exercise and the benefit of it are not clear cut. Hence, there is a lack of political will to conduct it. Religious and linguistic minorities. The census data may not accurately reflect the complex identities of religious and linguistic minorities, leading to undercounting or oversimplification of their population. About the minorities, fine. So, if these are the threat associated with the census, but sense means caste-based census. But government to launch specific program for different castes. Okay, so this is becoming popular right now. Fine. Conducting the caste census in India at this stage is uncertain as it is complex and controversial issue which requires a political will and a consensus among the political party and general public. There is also a need to develop a consensus on how to define and classify caste in order to ensure accurate data collection. Overall, the government should take proactive measures to ensure that individuals' personal information is protected and kept confidential to encourage honest disclosure. Okay, so that is what, but right now the okay. Okay. So then the next topic is of the trademark. Okay. So what is a trademark? Okay. So trademark is used in industry. Okay. So for the products. Okay. And that make them unique. That this product is trademark in this particular company's name, and no one can duplicate it. Fine, because in this someone doing research, he make the design, he come bring out the product. Okay, so this is what if it is violated, then problem started cropping. So trademark is non-violable. Okay, so normally it is not violated. Non-violating is punished under the trademark rules. Let's discuss something on the trademark. Recently, Delhi High Court ruled that had dismissed a case of trademark infringement brought by the global fast food chain against Suburb, a Delhi-based restaurant. What is a trademark? It is a symbol, design, word or phrase that is identified with a business. When a trademark is registered, its owner can claim exclusive right on its use. Trademark is a symbol. Okay. Like the Tata company has a trademark, the Reliance has a trademark, the Jio has a trademark, Airtel has a trademark, okay, SBI has a trademark. Okay. So these are all logo or trademarks which are unique to specific company, and none is allowed to duplicate it. The trademark is a sign capable of distinguishing the goods or service of one enterprise from those of the other. You see, so different company produces. Going to the service providers, that telecom service providers, different telecom company provide services, but different company have different trademarks that distinguishes them from. Airtel has a trademark, Jio has a trademark, Reliance has a trademark. Okay, so BSNL has its own trademark. Fine. So trademark is sign capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of the other enterprise. Legislation in India, the Trademark Act of 1999 governs the regime on trademark and the registration. The Act guarantees protection for a trade mark that is registered with the Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks, also known as the Trademark Registry. A trademark is valid for 10 years and can be renewed by the owner indefinitely every 10 years. Okay, initially for 10 years and renewed for every 10 years. Violation of trademarks: using a registered trademark without authorization of the entity that own the trademark in a violation or infringement of the trademark. So, using a substantially similar mark for similar goods services would also amount to infringement. In such cases, court have to determine whether this can cause confusion for consumer between the two. Because if another company publish similar goods with similar symbol, this is a confusion in the mind of the buyer. Suppose someone going to purchase an utensil or any farm equipment, so two company produce the same item and they put the same trademark. It will confuse. That is why trademark distinguishes one company from the other. Fine, and no second company can duplicate it. Ways in which trademark can be infringed. Deceptive similarity. The law states that a mark is considered deceptively similar to another mark if it nearly resembles that other marks, confusing the consumer in the process. Okay, so at times what happen? So companies try to deceive the customers by slightly changing. Suppose so the this is the trademark of Tata. Okay, and some company do it like this. Okay, so they go for doing it like this. Just turn it different way. Okay, this is the deceiving the customers. Okay, so such deception can be caused phonetically, structurally, or visual. Passing of a brand logo is misplaced in a way that not easy for the consumer to discover. In such cases, the infringing products need not be identical, but similarity in the nature, character, and performance the goods of the rival trader has to be established. So, how it is different? Okay, from the original one is to be distinguished. Okay, before it is targeted. Supreme Court has said that passing off is a species of unfair trade competition or of actionable unfair trading by which one person through deception attempt to obtain an economic benefit of the reputation which other has established for himself in a particular trade or business. Okay, so but trademark is protected. So you know that under WTO, IPR, Okay. When WTO came into being, World Organization, it works with the IPR, intellectual property right. It became tradable. IPR covers trademark protection, patent, copyright, trademark. Okay, then industrial design and geographical indication. These are the IPR issue, and trademark is one such issue under the IPR of WTO. It get protection. Fine. Then the first G20 Health Working Group meeting. So G20 India is going to host the G20 summit in this year in November, and before the plenary session of the G20 summit, so other G20 leaders in different domains are meeting at different forums, and one such is the G20 Health Working Group meeting. The first G20 Health Working Group meeting under India's presidency was held at Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. Various discussions are being held focusing on international cooperation for universal healthcare and three-day conference. Discussion on strengthening medical value, travel enabling easy travel to countries with low cost treatment facility, and also to holistic healthcare through the integration of traditional methods of treatment like Ayurveda was held. Three priority of the G20 health track. Priority 1, health emergency prevention, preparedness and response with focus on One Health and AMR. Priority 2, strengthening cooperation in pharmaceutical sector with focus on access and availability to safe, effective, quality and affordable medical countermeasures, vaccine, therapeutics and diagnostics. Priority 3, digital health innovations and solutions to aid universal health coverage and improve healthcare service delivery. Okay, then the first global tourism investor summit. The Minister of Tourism in the Government of India is organizing the first global tourism investor summit from 10th to 12th April 2023 at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. It is organized under the aegis of the India G20 presidency because part of this G20 summit. So this is organized prior to this. The aim of this summit is to bring together global business leaders and policymakers to understand and explore tourism business opportunity in India. So, what is India, its potentiality, and how to explore it? Okay, the event focus on promoting India as an investment destination for travel, tourism, and hospitality by identifying state-specific investment possibilities and discuss avenue to promote sustainable tourism. What? Sustainable tourism. So, what state-specific investment possibility in which states of India? What is the possibility or what is the potential to tourism and how it can be explored? Then the next topic is about the hybrid immunity. Immunity is a big topic in the pandemic. A recent study in the journal The Lancet Infectious Disease held that hybrid immunity provides better protection against severe COVID-19. Okay, so what is immunity and how is hybrid immunity? Immunity refers to the body's ability to prevent the invasion of pathogens. Pathogens are foreign disease causing substances such as bacteria and viruses. Okay, types of immunity. There are broadly two types of immunity, active and passive immunity. In active immunity, it develops from the exposure to disease, thereby triggers the immune system to produce antibodies so to that disease automatic. And inactive immunity can be acquired through natural immunity or vaccine induced immunity. Then infected induced immunity is identified as the immunity protection in an unvaccinated individual after one or more infections. So this is developed because so he or she is exposed to infections and the immunity is developed within itself. Vaccine-induced immunity is acquired through the induction of a killed or weakened form of the disease organism through vaccination, for example, the COVID-19 vaccine. So, an inactive virus is injected, and that makes our system to develop own antibody against the foreign element. And when the real virus attack, this immunity so developed, will be able to defeat it. Passive immunity, it is provided when a person is given antibodies to a disease rather than producing them through their own immunity system. That is passive. For example, a newborn baby acquired passive immunity from its mother through the placenta. And hybrid immunity is defined as the immunity protection in individuals who have had one or more doses of COVID-19 vaccine and experienced at least one SARS-CoV-2 infection before or after the initial of the vaccine. That means they have taken the vaccine as well as they were infected by the particular disease. That led to hybrid immunity because so they have been vaccinated and they have also naturally developed their own natural immunity. Seroprevalence, exposure to SARS-CoV-2 through infection or vaccination triggers the production of antibody that can be readily measured to the in the blood, referred as seroconversion. If the level of antibodies in the blood exceed a pre-specified threshold, the individual is said to be seropositive. The percentage of seropositive individuals in a composition at a given time point is referred to as the seroprevalence or SARS-CoV-2, that is population. In that population, the 100 population, out of 100, how many are having this seropositivity? That means how many are able to develop this. Okay, that is what is the hybrid immunity being discussed in this topic. Then coming to the question about the dam safety rehabilitation and improvement project. DRIP will pave the way towards dam safety and management, which is critical for surrounding areas and downstream community discuss. Okay, so dams are the irrigation projects. Okay, India ranks third globally with 5,334 large dam in operation, and about 411 are under construction. In addition, there are several thousand small dams. These dams are vital for ensuring the water security of the country, and these also consider major responsibility in terms of asset management and safety because dams have been built to check water, thereby generating power, providing irrigation, drinking water, and lot many other functions. Okay, they are man-made. Dams are man-made. Okay, to man-made mechanism to check the water flow and thereby make use of its diverse utility. Okay. In April 2012, the Minister of Water Resources through the Central Water Commission with an objective to improve safety and operational performance of selected dams along with institutional strengthening with the systemic management approach embarked upon 6-year dam rehabilitation and improvement project DRIP with World Bank assistance. Okay, so who launched it? The Minister of Water Resources to the Central Water Commission. Okay, so importance of dam safety management. Dam safety management is important to protect surrounding area and downstream communities. Given the social and economic dependence on those structures, dam must be maintained in good operating conditions and reservoirs managed safely. Each year, dozens of lives are lost at dams across the world's waterways. While all dams are potentially dangerous, low-head dams are especially dangerous because the water around them often appear to be tranquil and inviting. Constructing dam exposes downstream area to the risk of catastrophic flooding. In the event the dam falls or water has to be released in an emergency to shut the dam. So that led to heavy flow like the dam in the lower catchment area of the Yakud dam in Mahanadi River Basin. Okay. So adopting risk-based decision-making system or making policy implementation and management decisions regarding dam are crucial for mitigating these risks. Conducting dam break analysis is a basis requirement for creating such a system. The existing regulatory system clearance for constructing new dams requires the builder to conduct a dam break analysis. However, there is no standardization in how the dam break analyses are conducted and reported. It is also unclear how many projects actually comply with this requirement. There is no statutory requirement for conducting a consensus analysis to estimate the likely loss of life and property and economic damage in the event of dam failure. In case there is a dam failure, what is going to be the its impact on the society or the locality? Existing design standard of dams are not based on the risk created by the dams, but rather on their height, and storage capacity. Further, there is no centralized system of documenting and reporting actual dam failures, which is another crucial component of dam risk mitigation. Putting in place system for regularly conducting dam break analysis, regular reporting of dam failures, events, and ready public availability of such data is necessary precondition for the development of risk-based decision-making system to mitigate risk from the dams. Because dams keep huge water in reserve, and in case they are not properly maintained, it may cause a big havoc in the form of flood. Okay, so DRIP has been successfully in bringing together dam owners, engineers, scientists, academicians, industries, World Bank, as well as renowned dam safety professionals. Okay, the DRIP performs well in the equalization of dams and other important activities, including design flood review, publication of important guidelines, as well as manuals dealing with dam safety management, preparation of O&G manuals, emergency action plans, etc. DRIP has also worked for the development of web-based asset management tool, dam health and rehabilitation, monitoring application, seismic hazard mapping, along with development of seismic hazards assessment information system. Okay, so needed for the dam safety. DRIP is take task for the risk assessment of few selected dams, organizations of dam safety conference, national and international training programs, technical exposure, visit, etc. So, coming to the conclusion, a large number of dams were constructed at a time when the effects of climate change were not fully understood. Their design have likely not taken into account large changes in precipitation pattern. In areas where the intensity of climate change results in a large increase in intensity of floods, these old dams may not be able to withstand such floods. Further, while the dam themselves may not have significantly changed, risk factors may have been there. For example, settlement typically tend to grow around dams because of an expectation of regular water supply. So that put pressure on the dam. Therefore, even without a change in the hazard, the disaster risk may have changed, necessitating an assessment of such dams for upgrades on decommissioning. To address the issue, the DRIP has been playing a crucial role since its establishment because dam safety is important. Initially, the importance was on dam creation, and once the dam is created, the next is how to keep the dam safety, because in a dam, huge water is stored that may create havoc in case there is a compromise in the dam safety. Fine. Then coming to the MCQs, consider the following statement. FIR means any information record by an on-duty officer given by the aggrieved person or any other person, either in writing or made orally, about the commission of a cognizable offence. Zero FIR, with the help of zero FIR, a complaint can be lodged at any police station irrespective of the jurisdiction of the police station. In this case, both 1 and 2 are correct. That is the specialty of zero FIR. Normally, FIR is lodged in the within the jurisdiction of the police station where the crime has been committed. But zero FIR allow a person to file the report at any police station. Okay, and it will be passed to the police station of origin. Fine. Then what is Hakku Patraj or title deeds? A title deed is a property ownership document, and the bearer of the document owns the land. The title deed enable owners to avail of bank loans with solid documents. They will also be eligible to buy or sell land to which the title deed is granted by the government. In this, all the three are correct. Consider the following statement about the Security and Exchange Board of India, the SEBI, the capital market regulator. SEBI is a statutory body. It is established in 1992 in the accordance with the provisions of the Security and Exchange Board of India, 1992. Here also, both 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statement about trademark. A trademark is a sign capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of the other enterprise. A trademark is valid for 10 years and can be renewed by owner indefinitely every 10 years. So in this case also both 1 and 2 are correct. Then which of the following statement is true about Subhash Chandra Bose? Bose was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended a ceremony to name 21st largest unmanned island of the Andaman and Nicobar Island from Param Beach Chakra Awadi on the birth anniversary of Netaji. So, okay, that is also correct. And the following statement: for the second year in a row, Haryana's tableau for the Republic Day parade has been selected, with this year's theme being the International Gita Mahotsav. International Gita Mahotsav was celebrated every year in Kurukshetra to bring moral and cultural resurgence among the people. So here, both one and two are correct. Consider the following statement about the first Global Tourism Investor Summit. Recently, the Minister of Tourism is organizing the first Global Tourism Investor Summit from 10th to 12th April 2023 at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi as part of the G20 Summit. It is organized under the aegis of the India's G20 presidency. The aim of the summit is to bring together global business leaders and policymakers to understand and explore tourism business opportunity in India. So all the three are correct. But the following statement: climate change is predicted to reduce maija and cotton yield in Punjab by 13 and 11% by 2050. Punjab accounts for around 12% of total cereal production in the country. Here also, both 1 and 2 are correct. Recently published annual status of education report released by the which organization? It is released by Pratham, an NGO. School of Eminence project recently launched by which of the following state? Launched by Punjab. Okay, so keep on watching regularly to update yourself on the daily development in a very regular basis and update yourself.